This console looks exactly like the one on the base. Today it has one more button, and that is to take power away from it. So that's a safety thing. So if you're up here operating and you got into a power line or something like that, they can take power away from you and then they can put you back there. This controller here, if they don't give me permission to operate up here, this does nothing for me. Monitor controls, light controls, creep mode. So this has ramping. So if I'm going side to side and I'm coming up to a chimney or something, when I let off this controller, this thing still drifts. On creep mode, it's going to cut your speed down about a half so that you can kind of ease up to that. Water curtain is basically a shower head underneath the bottom. Panel lights, controller power, and then this is to manually level the button, or the basket. So if I wanted to go over a peak of a reef and throw it back down to do venting, I could manually do that. Emergency pump, if something happened to the engine, I've got an electric pump in the hydraulic system, and it's got enough power to get the aerial down, to get the jacks in, everything.
Can you only run that for like 45 seconds?
Yeah, you should be running it a little bit, letting off, running a little bit. Yep. But it'll get you back off the, get you down. And then the engine stop, if I was sitting here and heard a knock on the engine, I could shut the engine down. I cannot restart it. Somebody else would have to restart it. This is just an information center. All it's doing is taking signals from the apparatus and displaying them. It does not do anything as far as the operation. You got a manual load chart right there. If this goes out, you can still look over there and see what your load restrictions are as far as. This will always be on when you first turn it on. We don't ever put air in the tank, so you'll always get this message. All you do is acknowledge it. It'll go to the home screen. So there's some sensors over here. There's some information here. So right now we're at -6 degrees, 74% extension, and it's 68 degrees on the tip sensor. There's also a sensor at the base, and anything below 32 degrees or below it will come over here and tell you that you've got a possible icing on the rocks. The manpower will change as we're operating. The distance from the center of the turntable will change. The distance off the ground will change. All that happens automatically as we're going. There's a second screen for distributed load. So right now it's telling us we can have 2 people in the bucket and we can have 3 people in transition. It'll go up to 4 people in the bucket with 8 people in transition. So a total of 12 people on the aerial device at one time. Your flowing water, this will give you readouts on GPM, what pressure you're flowing at, and then it'll also keep track of your total gallons that you flowed. A lot of people use that on training events and stuff like that. All you got to do is hold the button down, it'll reset itself to 0.
Can reset it all up? Obviously, it resets when you shut the truck off, right? Does it reset when you turn the power? I've never the older transferred the power switch. I've never.
All your sensors, so there's some additional sensors there, hydraulic oil sensor, those type things. And then these are engine information. So if I'm operating at night and I start seeing the truck start shutting lights off, I can flip over here and make sure my battery voltage is holding up. And if it's not, then that's probably why I'm losing lights. Yeah. Okay. Speakers live all the time, so you can't talk about the chief if he's standing there listening to you. You do have a fast idle switch. It will go to fast idle automatically when you're operating, so you don't really have to do that. On the jacks, anything 3 jacks or more, it'll automatically go to high idle. If you're just doing 2, then it'll leave it idle for you.